How's it going? Sorry, I was just receiving a heat pack from my shoulder because I've had a sore shoulder. I have some good news, which I'm gonna. Hey there, Urbain Crowford. I'm gonna share. Oh, geez, I want to lick this spoon, but I don't want to be obscene. So, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do instead? How am I gonna cover the fact that I should put some bun cam on? It's not a pud, it's actually just dulce de leche from the authentic Latin American shop Guzman y Gomez from ages ago. I took it home with me, and I've got like Argentinian dulce de leche, but this has been hanging around for a while, and I may as well finish it off. And I'm eating it because I'm celebrating. I really want to lick the spoon. Why don't I start up the game, and then I'll just disappear for a while so I don't end up getting myself banned from Twitch. Founded by two dudes from New York? Yeah, I can believe it. Alright, where are we? Her story. Let's load that up. I don't really know anything about this except it's like a found footage thing? Or something? That's my understanding. So... I just had a craving recently to play something like, what's it called? Starts with an S, the phone game, Simulacra. I wanted to play something like that, but I can't think of anything else. So, her story, it is. I think that's kind of similar. Anyway, I'm going to turn my webcam off for a little while. What? Hope that's okay. Just while I eat this. And I have some good news. I'm celebrating. It's a little different tonally, but mechanically similar. Yeah, I understand it's not a horror story. Maybe a little bit more depressing. I don't know. Actually, is it more obscene if you just hear the sounds of me licking the... Let's just not overthink this. This is anxiety brain. Okay. So I have some good news to share that I'm celebrating. I actually also got a tiny baby bottle of champagne. Champagne. Oh, thanks, William. Yeah, no worries. You may or may not hear my good news. Oh, interesting. Systems murder. Can I, like, change it? Oh, I can! Anything? Oh, nothing. Wow, this is like a very old Macintosh computer. Okay, so murder was in there. I assume that's what they want us to find. Okay. Let's listen to them in chronological order. People just slowly tuning in will not understand why I'm making these noises. I apologize. I'm eating a sweetie. Okay. What does add to session mean? Here's a tag to blank. Let's play it.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay, so we're looking at the time and date. Can I, like, click on these? Oh, I can! Okay. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. The game's a bit too loud compared to your voice? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Is it better now? This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. Or Portsmouth, if you're speaking proper English. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. I hope this is making sense to some of you here, because it's somewhat going over my head. Like, I'm reading the words, but it's not going into my brain. Then again, what's new? Okay, sorry about that loud noise. Whoops. Hi, I'm back. And look. Oh, actually, it's not champagne, it's Prosecco. Prosecco. Which I'm going to pour into this Prosecco glass. I should really stop doing that. Like, it's really not good. Really not cool of me to be so mean to Italian people. I'm no longer with an Italian partner, so I have waived my right to make Italian jokes. Years ago. It means we've transcribed what has been said so you can search. Ah, that's cool. Let me show you. Pouring the Prosecco. Look at that. Look at that Prosecco. The little baby Prosecco. Single serve. Fun size Prosecco. Because fun size actually is like an oxymoronic... Oxymoronic? Can you say it like that? Oxymoronic name? Anyway. Okay, so... To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. That's probably a hint for us to use robbery. To narrow a search, use multiple words, e.g. robbery supermarket. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for... oh, right. An exact match against the entire statement. Yes, I was there. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches... Ah! Thank you, boring, depressed introvert. It always sucks when you lose your one friend and now you can't make bigoted jokes anymore. I know, right? Full sympathy there. For any further assistance, please contact your department's informative technology representative. Okay. Really, read me. Hey! Here's... what an annoying way to start a letter. Ah! Oh, sorry. I'm still getting used to this new chair. The arms can, like, go up, so when I move forward, it, like, slides over the top of the desk. It's weird. Here's the database. I followed a freedom of... Actually, that's quite useful. So I can, like, put it forward... Oh, that's nice. So I can really... Oh, okay, cool. I followed Freedom of Information form to get your guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos of the original tapes in 1999 and the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. What does that mean? They got eaten up? No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. Okay, this is gonna make sense. Oh, rubbish bin. Hack. Mirror game. One for the mums here. Classic 2-player strategy for lunchtime gaming. Enjoy. Oh, that's scary. Cracks with class. Yes! Okay, now we're talking. You mothball clothes that you won't wear again? Oh, means put in storage. That's clever. Okay, so player 1. Oh, there's a light! Can I... Ah! Oh no! Oh shit. How am I gonna... I lose? I don't know. What is mirror tiles? Is it like chess? Ah! So I can... What's going on? Am I blue? I feel like I'm... Am I blue or red? Oh, no, I'm both red and blue. That's clever. Okay, I'll make blue really, really seal. Oh, wait, no, that's... Blue's winning now. What? How come... How does this work? Oh. How do I... I mean, I'm sure this is fun, but... I want to make red win. So I'll just keep making, like, bad moves when I'm blue. And then... Yeah, see? Oh, I don't really understand the rules here. I wonder who will win. Oh, wow, that's a whole line? Ooh. Oh, does that mean that this will go down there? Oh, I see. So I guess blue is probably gonna win. After all, despite my attempts to make red win. Interesting. Oh. Oh my. Haha! Yes! Now we're talking. 15 minutes into the stream and Cav is already losing against themselves. You know me! I'm very talented. Oh, look at that. Okay, so red can't... Oh! But, oh! Wait, how come red can go there? I don't understand how... Oh, by diagonally. Okay. How does... What is this? What is this game? How do you play it? I have no idea what I'm doing. I think blue's winning. Yeah. I was trying to make red win, but I made blue win. It's so weird. Why am I like this? Okay, I already played that. Clock. Does that mean it's 2021? Oh, wait. I can't close. Oh. Oh, DB checker. Volume missing. 1. No? Okay. Alright, so these are new files. Okay, now let's get back to the game. 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon! Oh, I thought that was scary music. Simon got murdered. That's the user tag. And February. Okay, so someone got murdered in February. $1994, maybe? Oh no, this is a problem-solving game, isn't it?
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay. I didn't murder Simon, she says.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay. She didn't murder Simon. You solved it. I think I have. Simon. Oh wow, there's a bunch of new ones. 61 entries found. Access limited to first 5 entries. Damn! So I have to like narrow down. What are those buttons? Oh, search history, video subtitles, anti-glare. Oh, that's nice. Is that better for? Is this better for streaming purposes? I feel like it might be. The anti-glare filter. It makes it look really ugly, but on the bright side, it's not so bright. Okay, cool. Thank you. I want you to have the best user experience, you know.
Simon Smith.
Hey,
He works
where'd
at
everyone
Ernst
come
Brothers
from?
Glass.
Oh,
They do windows, all kinds of glass.
Ernst Brothers.
Simon does the more special work.
I need to
Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay. Wait, did she say a name? Simon. Ah,
Simon Smith.
Simon
He
Smith.
works at Ernst Brothers Glass.
Ernst
They do
Brothers.
windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more
Ernst
special
Ross.
work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Simon Smith. Okay, so we're learning. Is there a place where I can like write notes in? Oh, sorry, I'm just making a lot of noise. I feel like maybe that's useful, so we'll leave it there. Simon Smith. I don't understand how the user tags works, so I'm just gonna Ernst Brothers Glass. Just the notes that are useful for me. Hey there, Eric. How's it going? Okay.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And what
She
a photo.
hates red
This is a
hair.
spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's best friend.
1993. 1993 went on holiday in Rome. These are not user tags. Ginger beard. She hates red-headed men. Yes, good. User notes. Is there user notes? Oh yeah, it should be user notes. I agree. Alright.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
Peter and
There's some other
Susan.
regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Helen equals bar lady. Let's listen to that again, because I didn't take most of that in.
It's the Rockington Arms.
Rocking
The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay, Simon had been drinking on the night of his murder. So, let's say Rockington Arms. I feel like this is relevant information. So, the Rock. Peter and Susan equals owners. Helen equals bar lady. Simon was drinking. Let's add that to the session. What juicy gossip are we gonna find out this time?
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it.
Amstrad?
Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess.
Oh, he's a gamer. He deserved to die. Okay, he plays Filthy Gamer. Oh, Simon equals Filthy Gamer. And Amstrad. I'm guessing that's a kind of computer. He plays the Amstrad. Is that an instrument? I'm sorry. I'm just really bad with these kinds of games.
Isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay. Why would you limit access to the first 5 entries? That seems like a really bad way to search a database. I can't like go to page 2 or anything like that. Let's look up Helen. Oh, I'm covering some of the subtitles. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for letting me know. Let me move myself up there, maybe. And while I'm here, I should probably go to like game capture and capture any full screen application and then turn that on. See whether that works. Does that work? Yeah? No? Why doesn't game capture work anymore? It's silly. Let's try that. That's weird. Okay, no worries. I guess we'll just do display capture then. Where is display capture? Window capture? I hear a little bunny doing a little hoppity hop around. Shit, now I can't find the display capture thing. Sorry everyone, bear with me for a sec. Oh, why do I do this? There we go. Okay, so Helen gets a bunch of them, but I've already listened to them all, apparently? That doesn't seem right. Oh, because I didn't press search. Okay, so there's that one, and then this one. I should probably be taking note of the dates and things.
Final warning!
Oh!
I
Ah!
think he spoke to Helen.
It
She said
didn't
he was
work?
upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
Ah! Sorry, bear
Right.
with me.
He likes blondes.
Why isn't... What's going on? What have I done? I'm so sorry, everyone. This is really weird, because, like, I can see that it's working, but it doesn't seem to be... Nope. Okay. Alright, let's just slowly fix this. It's not even Streamlabs, it's OBS. Where did bloody Her Story go? Oh, I'm so cross. Like, I go to... Why don't I'll do that. And I can't see anything. That's so weird. Tell you what, I'm getting really, really warm while I'm doing this. I don't know, like alcohol I guess makes me very warm, but I've not really drank anything yet. Where did I... Okay, let's get display capture again. Add existing display capture 2. Okay, Well, that's back. There we go. That'll do, but now it's on top of my face. Can't have that. Displays. Okay, there we go. What? And now it's gone! Okay. There's something wrong here. Something which is... What? What is going on? I'm so angry! No, I think there's definitely something that I've done. The question is what? Because the moment I moved the display capture... Oh! Okay, I get what I did now. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what it was because that's embarrassing. Anyway. So let's listen. Ah! Oh, jeez! Sorry, I forgot that champagne has bubbles in it.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what she said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Okay. Simon thinks blondes have more fun. I'm just gonna write her name with a capital S. She has had argument with Simon. The display group was switched to no visibility. That's what happened. Because I was silly. So it thinks that presumably she might be jealous of this Helen person. Okay, Peter. Oh, that was noisy. What about Susan? No? What about Erst? What about Rock? Ooh, look at that! And they were different days as well. That's intriguing. Okay, let's listen to this one. I think I drank this Prosecco a little bit too quickly. But that's okay. Let's scull the rest. Get the full effect of it. I don't really drink all that often. But occasionally, and this is weird. I never used to get like cravings to drink alcohol, but I've been, just every so often I'm like, oh god, I could do with a cool cider. Never thought I'd be like that when I was in my teens. Oh yeah, sorry, I was meant to say why I'm drinking tonight. I'm celebrating because I finally got the deed approved to the place where I'm moving into. So I can technically move in. However, Melbourne is currently in a lockdown. So although I technically can move in, I'm not sure when I'll be able to because we need to install the internet and things like that before it'll be workable. But anyway, I'm very, very happy because soon I'll be able to move into my lovely new house. And then the little buns will come with me, and I wonder what they'll think about change. I don't think they'll like it. Oh, this is a long one. 42 seconds, eh?
So, it was Friday evening.
Friday.
We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon.
Eric.
Well, he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. Just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. Because parents haven't heard anything either.
Okay, parents. He has parents. Lostring the lighting made you look like you have a gigantic Karl Marx beard? Wow! Oh my god, with the shadow! Oh my god, that's so cool! I'm Karl Marx! That's how he talked. Okay, so argument on Friday, not seen since Whoops. Eric. Worried. Then she reported to police. Okay. Let's add that to the session. That seems important. Cav marks. I like that these clips are short.
I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Okay, so she's wearing different clothes, so it's a different day, and they still haven't found him. Intriguing. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I like that these clips are short because it works with my attention span. It's like the opposite of a left tube YouTube video. Which is why I like it. Not to cause any problem, but now your camera covers the date of clips in the top right. Why don't I... How's that?
No. No one's been in the last few weeks.
Oh no!
We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Hold on. Okay, let's watch that clip again.
No. No one has been in the last few weeks.
To where?
We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago.
Plumber.
Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Oh, plumber. So she was saying, look at people in the Rock, and the plumber is someone from the Rock. So let's say plumber equals no from Rock. All right. So Eric. Let's look up plumber first. Oh. Let's find out who's a plumber. What about Eric? Oh! Top left would be better? Yeah, you're probably right there. Okay, let's do that. God, I have way too many games. Look at that. Disgusting. How many have I played? I was just before the stream going through my my stream thing. I've got 72 games up there, looking at how few of them that I've actually finished. Oh, Goat Simulator would be a fun one. Yeah, backlog for days. Okay, Eric, let's learn more about
He
you.
was wearing a shirt.
Useful.
It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans.
Okay.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one.
Okay, watch.
It's a gift from his boss, Eric.
Ooh, Eric is a boss.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear.
He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay, before we go any further, we need to... Okay, Eric equals boss. Okay, let's... The most important thing, we've got a big lead here now. Oh. Okay, well, let's continue looking at Eric then. Yeah, his watch is from his boss, Eric. Eric with a C.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but
Ooh.
we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van.
Ooh.
If you want to get back.
Keys? Question mark. Okay, so Cav, I'll spell it like that because it makes me feel cool, and van. Keys? Let's add that because that might be useful. No, Simon is the missing boy and Eric is the boss of Simon.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa,
Oh,
a silver one.
silver Visa.
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash. But Eric convinced him to get one.
Eric. Eric is the murderer. I'm just putting it out there. Eric. Eric cursed Simon to get credit card. Credit cards are shit. You know, I heard that in the US it's really difficult to get loans and things unless, because you know, credit rating is really important, and in order to get a good credit rating you need to have a credit card and use it for transactions and pay it off. Like when I was working in Japan, I was friends with a few Americans, as you are, and like one of them was talking about how he never uses credit cards, but because he wants to get a good credit rating when he goes back to the US, he's gotten a credit card and just buys something on it every so often and pays it back to build up his credit rating. And I just thought, that's disgusting. Not that he does that, but that's a system there. It just forces you to get used to taking loans on money that you don't have. That's disgusting. Anyway, I've never had a credit card. Yeah, like, I guess the difference is that they're... And, like, credit cards, I think, because it's based on money that you don't have, it sort of becomes addictive, I think. I think it makes people who are already desperate in terms of financial access, it gives them a sort of security blanket that isn't real. And it just ends up putting them in more and more debt. Like, it basically, credit cards profit off of already vulnerable people, and I think that's disgusting. I've had a credit card since I was 16, but that was because my parents worked at a bank. I got all sorts of things like that free of charge. Oh, nice! Okay. Well, I can imagine getting a credit card with that sort of a context, but yeah, I just find it very predatory and gross. But then again, I live in a country where your credit rating isn't 100% about credit cards, whereas I guess in the US there's more of a heavy leaning towards credit card usage, building up your credit rating, which just seems really messed up to me. So a credit rating, I don't really understand it myself, but like if you want to take a loan, like a home loan or a car loan or something like that, to make a big purchase, in order to get that loan, you need to show that you're reliable and that you will pay it back. So a credit rating is your previous history of using a credit card. That's the thing. I don't really get it because I don't really work within these systems, and when I've had to do so, my parents have been really good about. Whoa! Conquest of Dread. Welcome, everyone. You've been doing a little New World, eh? How's it going, everyone? Welcome. I'm just having some like a fun-sized prosecco to celebrate being on the cusp of moving into a new place. Welcome. My name is Cav, and sorry, I have drunk prosecco. I am a variety streamer who plays games. How's it going, Conquest of Dread? How's the situation there, and also what is New World? We're currently solving a mystery about this man's murder, and I'm suspecting a guy called Eric. We're pretty much at the beginning because it took me ages to actually figure out what I'm meant to be doing in this game because I'm so great at games. And we were also talking about credit ratings, which is, you know, fascinating gamer discussion here. It's an MMO about conquest in the New World. And you were playing it because... I guess it's kind of like how I play really, like, sexist games like the Arkham City games. Sometimes it's kind of fun to see what people constitute, you know, like, drama in a game. Oh, you love this game? I'm so glad. I should warn you, I'm not very good at video games. So, especially when it comes to absorbing information, I'm increasingly aware of the fact that I probably have ADHD, which really gets in the way of me processing the information that I see. So when it comes to a game like this, which is purely based on, you know, making conclusions and adding things together, I tend to run into some difficulty. And also I'm drinking Prosecco, so anyway. It's like how you play mystery solving games even though you're so bad at mystery solving. Yeah, that's basically... I really like mystery games, and I'm so glad I get an audience for that kind of thing, because I'm shit. It's not actually that bad from what I've played so far. Not as bad as Greedfall, etc. Oh, I see. Hey there, John Louie. How's it going? Anyway, sorry. Let's watch a clip of this lady called Her. I think that's her
Eric's like
name.
an uncle to him.
Okay, Eric is the
spend a lot of
boss.
time with each other.
Okay, Eric
Especially when
and
they have to go to
Simon, the murdered
conferences.
man, love each
We
other.
met his wife Diane.
Oh, Eric's got a wife! Diane! We got a new name. Have you met his wife, Diane? Okay, Diane... Eric and Diane, I think, this is a theory that I'm developing. Eric, the boss of Simon, the murdered man, murdered him together with this wife, Diane, who we literally just heard about a few seconds ago. Oh, see you later! Have a good night, Conquest of Dread! Hope you're doing well. Okay, so... Diane. Let's look up Diane. Oh! Oh, wow, a song dedicated to Diane. Let's listen to that first.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well.
They love each other.
Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
Simon is a perfectionist.
But I don't know.
We've
You should
also...
ask Diane.
You should ask Diane. So Diane... What? No, I'm just going to ignore that clip. Why is she holding a guitar? I'm just... Sorry, I'm just going to look up... Guitar? Okay, here we go. This will be fun. 2 minutes 36 seconds. I bet you this is going to be a song dedicated to her late partner Simon. The song is "Who Let the Dogs Out."
You want me to play something?
Well, you brought the bloody guitar, so of course.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Why did you bring the guitar
Okay.
then?
Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay.
I might get a cider.
How about a traditional ballad?
Ooh, a guitar ballad.
Right up your street.
Emotional support guitar. Hey there, Puddin', how's it going? Alright, strap yourselves in, people. It's gonna be a fun 2 minutes.
Two sisters came
Get ready to take down clues.
Oh, the wind and the rain.
This is...
The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh,
This is almost plagiarizing a song by Tori Amos.
See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one.
Snow cherries from France. Look it up. Ah! Sorry.
Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and her long blonde hair.
Wait, that sounds like
Oh, the
Helen.
dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain.
She drowned her husband. Okay.
Floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to
It gets weird after that? Okay. Alright. Well, achievement unlocked. A traditional ballad? She drowned her boy. Okay. So, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna grab myself a cider. People can take personal items into police interrogations, but only for murder investigations. Interesting. Next part is where the aliens drop. Turts. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. Hopefully the buns won't be annoying. They'll be good bunnies. I'll be back. I'll just grab some cider. Oh, actually... That was a full lie? You did a lie? No. Okay, where's my BRB sign? There we go. Okay, I'm back with a cider. I had to take a brief detour because the rabbits were threatening to wee everywhere. Well, Bargy was. She's the weeing rabbit. If you're new to this stream, I'm fostering 2 rabbits. It's getting increasingly hard to foster them because I've had them for like 6 months, so I don't want to just foster them anymore. They're my little babies. At the end of the stream, if you're very good, we will have a little bunny cam. Okay, 3 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
It's her guitar. It's her guitar. Oh, you've adopted 2 bunnies and are in denial about it. Yeah, basically.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Okay, he was tone deaf. Simon equals tone deaf. There we go. Okay, who were we looking at? We were looking at not Susan. Eric? Did we listened to all the Eric things? He has a wife called Diane. There we go.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids.
What are they called?
She used to look out for me when I worked there.
She used to work there. Okay, so I should write it here. She used to work at same place, and Eric and Diane have. I'm gonna. Oh, bless me. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Should learn. Thank you, Place 2K. All right, so. Oh, look at that suit.
Yeah.
That is a girl boss.
It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste.
Okay, Diane and her were lovers.
You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow! Okay. Diane? Wait, no. So... Wait, what did I write down? Oh. Watch equals steal. She in Glasgow at time on watch. I'm guessing the watch stopped at that time. 41 seconds.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house.
No visitors.
Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
She totally loves
And the
Diane.
last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines.
Lloyd Grossman. Let's look up Lloyd
I find
Grossman.
fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Lloyd Grossman. Oh, achievement. Have you ever eaten fennel? Okay. Grossman. Oh, okay. Fennel? Just the one clip. Okay, let's look up watch. Whoa! 5 entries found. Lloyd Grossman was a TV presenter. On the pasta sauce jars. Well, there you go, a little bit of culture.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both
Oh, they're married.
happy to get married.
They're not.
It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Sounds very scripted. Whether that's intentional or not is another question. Okay. Married. Hey there, Darkstar Mike 85. How's it going? Okay, let's keep reading the things about the watch. Or watching something. Oh, she's doing finger puppets. Intriguing.
Yes.
Arguments.
We fought on the beach once and I held his head under
Eve!
the water. There was
That's
no
that
one
song!
around. It was at the far end of the beach and I held her head under and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
She sang a song about that.
But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship.
Eve. Eve equals love-hate relationship. I feel like that's somewhat relevant. Ah, another long one. I hate the long ones.
It happened very quickly.
Why don't people just be
We hardly had
concise?
to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered.
Oh, baby.
We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found
What
later.
the fuck?
We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Wait, what? Okay, let's... Whoa! The screen. Something just happened to the screen? It went dark? And the music's changed. I mean, like, this one's definitely being added to the session. Murder? alibi? She held Eve, someone called Eve, her head underwater. Let's just watch this
It
again.
happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other.
Baby.
We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes.
Mirror.
They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Okay, so tampering with evidence. Baby? Mirror? You don't really see this because you've turned the screen glare option off. All you'd see is a silhouette of a person being reflected in the screen from time to time. That's scary. I guess it's me, though. Okay, so baby. Oh! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Normally I mute that, but... I'm so sorry. I blame the Prosecco. Tuned right into the burp. I'm so sorry, recursive verse. That was not okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's just move on to the next clip. Pretend nothing happened.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby.
So she
It was
got pregnant
wonderful
and then
to
they
be
got
in a
married.
Hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay, so pregnant. How is baby formed? And clips. Bagnard.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for
Oh
us
wow.
and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Okay, so they moved into parents' place. Oh, she's wearing like a... I really like that girl power suit. That's very cool. I should let you know I may burp at any
I
time.
lost the baby.
Okay, miscarriage.
I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
There we go. Oh,
We carried on living at Simon's parents
me.
until... Well, it was only a few months after.
okay, miscarriage. Oh, I should write it down here. Miscarriage, continued living at Simon's parents. Oh, sorry, that was my dad sneezing. Don't know if you heard that. Long one.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said.
Even mirror.
She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff,
You put them
stuff we
there
never needed and I never had the heart to throw out.
with the mirror.
I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
You moved it.
I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
You purged the body.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
You posed the body. Whoa! It went dark again. Pretends to be surprised, but we know the truth. Okay, what was it that we searched in order to find that information? Was it here? Cavalier and Van? No! Murder alibi. There we go. And that's the date where we get this information. It's the 3rd of the 7th, 94. We need to remember that date because that's the date that she seemingly confesses to all this. Yeah, she does not sound upset at all. So we need to look up either Eve or Mirror. Oh wait, no, there's a new one.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible.
To get pregnant.
I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Ah! Oh, I don't like that it does that. It's scary. The music's changed again. Okay, let's look up Mirror. Because there's like a broken mirror somewhere.
My name is Hannah.
Oh,
H-A-N-N-A-H.
her is Hannah.
It's Pandre. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work for Mirror though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Gladstone Street. I don't know why I'm handwriting this one, I'm just gonna write it here. So her name is Hannah Gladstone. I wish I had like a notepad in here that I could just use. Hannah Gladstone, 31. Wait, no, it's Hannah Smith. Oh my god. I've got such a terrible attention span. I feel like that's relevant. What about this one?
He wasn't present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
Present.
The present was a mirror.
Oh.
A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Ah, I don't like it! Wait, I was gonna do something here. Oh yeah, so the date is 18... So the earliest date, I think, where she says who she is the 18/06/94. Because obviously that's when you'd say your name. Okay. So he gave her a mirror. Wait, but then why was it involved in an argument?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass.
Wait, what?
They do
No!
windows, all
Close! I already done that one. I mean, I have already done that one. I think it was this one.
He wasn't present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while.
So for some reason she
The
didn't
present
like
was
the
a
mirror.
mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me. The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since. Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Okay, so Hannah has lured herself esteem. Do you reckon the fact that her name is a palindrome and that she was given a mirror is meant to be sort of like deep here? I'm gonna burp again, I think. Excuse me.
Well, my friend Eve.
Friend. Okay,
She
Eve
was
is a
When I
friend.
was a kid, she
Childhood
was also
friend.
more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for
Which
it.
is why you tried to murder her.
Really hate her sometimes.
So Eve equals friend, popular with boys. Wait, that's not how you spell popular. Gosh. Yes. Sorry. Equals childhood friend, popular with boys. What's that one? I wonder what that is. Is that the thing that she picked up in the previous?
A police station. Yeah. When I was
I've never
young,
been to a police
we
station.
ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police.
Bastard!
So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Oh! Blamed incident with tour bus. I'll know what that means. On friend Eve. Okay. So she's really mean to this Eve. I really shouldn't be drinking while playing this game. I feel like this is a bad game to be drinking with. That's your name!
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Morse code. That's like Morse code. You reckon that she's Eve? Okay. Does weird Morse code like tapping on bench? Is that related to the song maybe? Upset about talking about Eve. Yeah, does anyone know Morse code? Is that Morse code? Oh, 6 seconds. That's a good one.
My mother called me Eve.
She is Eve! Okay, so Hannah equals Eve. You were right. Yeah, Eve is also palindromic. I think she hates herself and that's why she doesn't look into the mirror anymore. I feel like she's living a mirror life. Is that a thing that you say? She's living a double life, not a mirror life. She has subsumed her friend. Did she hold her own head underwater? That's a really good question. Okay, so let's look at palindrome, see if that comes up with... Oh, another one! This is fun.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came
She's
over
a
and
performer.
we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. but he didn't know who I was.
Oh.
He was fascinated by the likeness.
Oh.
He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time.
Okay.
He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Okay, so we don't know who this he is. We know that she equals performer. And like an impersonator? And there's like man equals long, like childhood, acquaintance, married, Simon? Question mark. Let's add that to our session. Okay, musician maybe? Okay, performer. No. Sing. Oh, here's a new one. Another
Really?
song.
Okay. Here's the rest.
Oh, it's the rest of the song.
Need a body of a doctor. Oh, the wind and the rain.
It's on the Morse translator.
The fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair.
Blonde.
Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Oh, did she murder Helen?
Little pegs of her finger bones. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bones. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Oh. Okay. So the guitar is made out of Simon. Is the conclusion. Oh, this is a Jerry Garcia and David Grisman song, not from. Okay. Fiddle burn. It's not even a thing. Okay, so you found the Morse translator. Shall we like? I don't know if me playing this will be a thing, but if you've got a translator and can use it to record this, why don't we watch this again?
What are you doing talking about Eve? Poor Simon.
Any luck there? Did you get anything? Gonna pour some more cidre. Whoop, ding. Okay, so song? Nope. I'm not sure where the breaks are supposed to be. Yeah. It's alright. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. What else? Impersonator. Impersonate. Impersonating. 'Cause she was like an impersonator. So she's a singer, performer, perform. I looked it up and it's something called tap code. Oh, that's interesting. Tap code. Well, here we go.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book.
Oh!
The knock code.
Knock code.
Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Okay, so we've got another knock code here. Let's add that. Alright, knock code here. Knock code. Anything else? Oh! It's interesting how you look up knock code and that comes down even though she didn't say knock or code in there, so... I translated it and all I got was my milkshake brings all something to the yard, but couldn't work out all of it. You might want to read the lyrics to Oh the Wind and Rain. It seems to be related to the story. Why don't we do that? Okay. Lyrics. Oh the Wind and Rain. I'm getting the lyrics to The Bonnie Swans, which is... Oh, here we go. Jerry Garcia. No, I don't want to stay connected. There were two sisters. I'm guessing... Yeah, or the one behind pushed the other in. Crying over the dreadful wind and rain. Johnny gave the youngest a gay gold ring. Didn't give the oldest one anything. They pushed the oldest? Okay, so the oldest one drowned the youngest one for some reason. The miller pushed her out with a fishing hook. A fiddling fool came passing by. And then the fiddler fair came and made an instrument out of her dead corpse. Okay, that's just weird. Oh no, you didn't spoil anything. Okay, let me just look up a code, see if anything else comes up. No, just those two. It's interesting, why does that one come up when you type code, when she doesn't explicitly say code anywhere? I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Bit harsh to blame the weather for all this, hold on. Excuse me, okay. Intriguing. What if I look up Hannah? Whoops. There we go. Alright, a new one here.
Yes.
Why is she
My
wearing
name is Hannah Smith.
Oh, it's a lie detector.
Shit. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, so this is where all the truth comes out. So her name is not Hannah Smith. What about parents? Oh, we got some new ones here. If you remove your not code tag from it, does it still appear in the search? It did, yeah. Well, when I looked up guitar, I think.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow.
Powwow.
We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Oh, they didn't love each other. Okay.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life.
Parents are dead.
A miscarriage and then my parents.
Okay, parents died around same time as miscarriage of justice. Don't know why I said that. Okay, let's listen to this.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back.
Oh, landlord.
Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl.
Pregnant.
The dollhouse in the attic. Old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
I don't know what to write down there. Moved to parents' old home. Inherited after death of parents. So how did the parents die? Oh! Oh, Bargy wants to get out. Hold on a sec. Little puddings. Okay, back we go. So apparently die has 2 results. This should be interesting. 44 seconds. Oh, it's a picture.
Well, she has a knife.
Oh.
She's been cooking. I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Don't really know what to... Whoa! I'm sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, so user tags. Is that like a litmus test? Not a litmus test. What's it called? Rorschach test. The person from Watchmen who everyone likes. Rorschach test. Lady cooking sad because husband ill. That'll do. Okay. Oh, this is from the day she confesses.
That was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him.
Oh, Ouija.
That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind.
Oh.
We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Are they like identical twins? Hannah and Eve or something? So best friend wrote down dreams, used Ouija board to meet Simon. I'm guessing there was some kind of jealousy or something, and I'm gonna burp again. Excuse me. Thought there might be two. Yeah, I thought there might be two personalities too. Oh, Ouija board comes in another time.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon.
Ah.
She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet.
Oh.
We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn.
Twins.
At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant.
Oh.
From that one time.
Okay. So there's Hannah and Eve who were dating the same person, and Carl was apparently a person. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to write down, but I immediately forgot. Is it okay if we watch this clip again? Because I wasn't paying
Hannah was
complete
so
attention.
smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon.
It seems like there are
Both
two
went.
people.
Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we
twins.
had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back.
Plot thickens.
After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules.
And they must have some kind of
She
rule
wanted to be the first to sleep with him.
that they share, I guess.
I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Okay, so Odeon Theatre. Hannah broke rules. Ouija board said hold back. Okay. Hannah got pregnant. Hannah jealous. Let's keep that there. I think everything from like the 3rd of the 7th, 94 is where we actually get all the answers. So what was that one? Best friend. Okay, Hannah and Eve, I'm guessing, wrote down their dreams, used the Ouija board to meet Simon. Okay, identical twins. Twins! Haha! Here we go.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Whoop! Okay, and that's the day before she confesses everything.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
And then the next day she's like, yeah, we were twins.
Florence took me home with her.
Florence.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Oh. Okay. Florence took a healthy baby. So there's like, They were separated from birth, maybe? Me. All the stuff that has her in, like, the white outfit is the meat of this situation, I think.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that.
So she's
Twins.
Eve.
Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place.
They live
And
together.
underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Obsessed with princesses. I'm just gonna add everything that has her in, like, that suit, because that seems to be, like, the end of the story. So let's look up this Florence person. Whoa!
Across the road, where my parents first lived
Midwife.
there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead,
Oh.
but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary.
Ooh, diary.
Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Whoa! Oh! Did you hear police sirens? Midwife wrote stuff in diary. Said Eve was dead. Oh, this is from, like, the admission. So, like, book it, it's the cops. Florence took a healthy baby. Let's listen to that again.
Florence took me home with her.
No, Florence took an
Mother
unhealthy
hadn't been
baby.
expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up,
Oh, Florence stole Eve.
take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Florence took Eve, gave mother a healthy baby. Alright. Assistant.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road.
Hannah?
I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Ah.
She was me.
Eve killed Simon. Eve jealous of Hannah's life?
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Why did she take Eve?
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin
Biscuit tin.
with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there.
Oh, her story.
I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just
Her story's about
put it together
Florence.
later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family. but her husband died in the war.
Husband.
And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead.
In colour from my
I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
War. Let's write down war as a key word. War widow. Okay, so Florence equals war widow. Look at us, we're making progress. Okay, diary, biscuit tin with letters and papers. Yeah. Wanted big family. Widow from 20s. Let's add that to our session.
No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
So she has memory problems. I don't remember anything from that, speaking of memory. But let's look up diary. That'll be juicy. Oh yeah.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Literally on the same page. Simon doesn't keep diary. I don't know whether that's Hannah or Eve. Anyone else have any theories? I think that Eve did the killings.
When I was 8, Mother died. She
Mother
slipped down the
Hannah?
stairs.
I mean Florence?
It was an accident.
Oh,
I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left.
why would you burn evidence?
Walked out and across the street.
Okay. Florence died. Eve burned diary. I mean, she said accident. Burned diary. Yeah, Hannah seems to be the person who has admitted that she's violent and that she's sort of like denying, like when she's saying, why did you mention Eve? Wait! Yeah, she's the one who's like talking about Eve there. So I think Hannah was probably the murderer.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things.
This seems
And we were
like
very
an important
careful.
one.
Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Okay, so... Whoa! So Hannah and Eve lived, I guess, double life. I mean, that's not really how you'd put it, because there were two of them living the same life. I guess it would have to be like single life. Single life, kept meticulous hero. They lived a half-life, I guess so. Okay, so why don't we look up rules? Because obviously that's very important. Or why don't we look up rule? Will that get more? No. Who is whom?
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules.
Oh.
Or
That's Eve?
maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity.
Oh, mistaken identity.
Did they catch her there? I don't know.
Okay, that's interesting. So I guess like part of the point of this game is to figure out which outfit is which person, right? Do they wear their hair different in a consistent way? That's a good question, because it does seem like that's Hannah. And maybe that's Hannah as well. I mean, this is definitely Eve. So maybe on different days they're wearing different things. Oh, the plot thickens. It's very interesting. I'm gonna burp. Whoops. Excuse me. Let's listen to this. So, broke the rules. Play.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different.
What lasted about
Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others.
Okay.
The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird.
She lived in the
It never hadn't been
attic.
before.
Okay. Eve lived in attic. Hannah didn't want to share. Simon, something about 6 months. There was like another guy, Carl, right? Let's look up Carl. Hairstyles and vibes, I wonder. Simon Bonkban. Okay, so someone has a lot to say about Carl.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy.
Tattoo!
No, he wasn't
Tattoo!
my first.
Tattoo!
That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15.
Tattoo. Let's keep an eye out for this tattoo. Cause like I don't see a tattoo there. So that must be Eve? I need to start writing down like Eve? Tattoo. Eve said she had a tattoo? When did she say she had a tattoo? Wow, you're observant.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think.
Gross.
I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved.
Sounds like a shit.
Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid.
Sacrilegious.
So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Okay. You know what? I'm starting to... so this is the 1st of July. and that's Eve. And the 3rd of July is also Eve. So I wonder if the 2nd of July is Hannah, and they're just taking it in turns a day at a time. So maybe that can also be a way that we figure out who is whom.
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Okay, Carl leads to Simon.
Differences? She's a better driver than me.
Okay,
She passed the test for us. I
driver.
tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one.
Oh,
She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
let's look up something else. Let's look up tattoo. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ooh.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip.
Okay, Simon has a scar.
That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though.
Oh.
He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see
Glasses.
properly, you know. He
Oh.
has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant.
You came in at the perfect
much
time. I'm so
for watching
sorry,
TV.
plus 2K.
He likes TV.
Yeah, let's not search for hairbrushing. Okay, Simon equals glasses, and a scar on waist or something like that. No tattoo. He might not have seen the attacker. True that. One of them, either Eve or Hannah, did the murders. But the question is, whomst? I think Hannah.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Apple and snake. Apple and snake. Let's look that up at some point. Achievement unlocked. Expressing my individuality. Tattoo equals apple and snake. So 1-7 and 1-7 is Eve. It would be good if we could get some kind of a timeline. Are the odd and even numbers in 94 June? Is that Eve? So, or is it Hannah? Can someone, do we have like a mathematical date super sleuth here? Because I've got it for June. The odd numbers are Eve. But I don't know about, sorry, I've got it for July. In July, the odd numbers are Eve. Wait, oh, I can figure it out. Oh, apple, snake, Eve. That's clever. Ah, that's really clever. So anytime you see the tattoo, it's Eve. That's cool. Okay, so 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So that's Hannah. That's Hannah. Hannah is even numbers all the way through. I'm glad that they did it that way. Alright.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion.
After moving out. Okay.
I was singing in a bar in the evenings.
Oh.
So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Okay, so tattoo equals after moving out. I'm guessing Hannah killed Simon. Singing in bar. So I'm guessing the singer? No, the singer is... Let's have a look. Who's got the guitar? Damn, okay, let's look up guitar. Let's look up the date. The guitar, okay, that's Eve. Eve is the guitar. Eve equals love-hate relationship. Okay, so this is Hannah. Any videos taken with that are Hannah. I should like write down costumes. So the floral costume is, no, I can look at it with the dates. The dark blue and orange suits have long sleeves, so I can't see that tattoo. Yeah, that's very clever. This is such an interesting game! Okay, War Widow. I'm just looking up all the different, like, things that I've... Okay, pregnant. Any new... Oh! Okay, so this is Eve.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again.
Oh, she was
This
sick.
happens some days.
She pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Eve
It's
is
morning
pregnant.
sickness.
Eve equals pregnant. Alright, what's this then?
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
She is wearing her hair like Hannah, but I guess maybe it's not to do with hair after all, but it's really just the tattoo.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower.
Mother
Rapunzel
Gothel.
gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Yes. Achievement unlocked. It's a happy ending. Gothel. Prince. I guess prince and princess should be keywords here.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
Okay, so
The
it's
streets were
keyboard
empty.
Glasgow.
I was driving badly, and I hit a taxi. Not
Oh,
a big crash, just paintwork.
car
The
crash.
guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Oh. Okay, so that means it's Hannah. Hannah who killed her, because she was saying Glasgow must mean that she's got an alibi. And the alibi would be Eve. Eve equals in car accident in Glasgow, date of murder. Okay, Hannah is the killer. I've concluded. Let's look up Prince. Oh wow, they really talk about prince and princesses.
Let me see. Yes.
Uplink is a game that
I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river, and then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
So that is Eve's alibi.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed.
Except that you killed him! I don't know. Australia has a lot of Prince Streets as well, and Prince's Highway, and that sort of thing. But then again, like, I found the same thing when I went to Canada as well. Every place in Canada has, you know, like Richmond or Victoria Street or whatever, and it's the same thing with Australia, except in Australia, well, Melbourne, we've also got Batman Avenue. Well, it's meant to be pronounced Batman Avenue, but we pronounce it Batman Avenue. Well, I pronounce it Batman Avenue because it's funnier that way.
And the Glaziers.
There you go.
I worked there some weekends, and someone had a part-time job there too.
Okay.
That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. Yeah. Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
So they met while they worked together. Okay. Eve and Simon met at workplace. There we go. Let's just add that to our session. Oh yeah, Batman in the Australian context is the person who made a treaties with Indigenous people, and I don't even know how it works because like there are so many different Indigenous populations in Australia, but I think the idea is that he bought Australia from one Indigenous community and was like, okay, yeah, it's ours now. Yeah, he's the one who made the treaties, which ended up like taking custody of Australia from the Indigenous populations. He's a real shithead. Batman is an older word for servant in British English. He probably had an inferiority complex. You find one person who agrees to say, yeah, I'm the boss of all the tribes, and then you sign a treaty with them. Right. Okay, what about Princess? Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, this is Eve.
We were 17. It was a nice wedding.
They got
said.
married when they were 17?
Simon looked very handsome.
Oh, that's disgusting.
His parents paid for everything, but
No.
he was an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
But if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful.
Okay, because
It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Okay, so shotgun wedding because pregnant. You can't tell because I'm assuming Eve was the person who did the thing. Eve was the married person? Question mark. Let's add that there.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but
Eve's memories of the
the
wedding roll of the
traditional ones.
photos.
They were dark and real, bizarre and violent.
Violence.
Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates.
Ooh.
At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures.
Fairy tales.
There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper and dressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair was cut.
Oh, Rapunzel.
The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
That's the second time they've mentioned Rapunzel. Reading fairy tales. Wait. Rapunzel? Is that how you spell it? Whoa! There's so many more! Okay. And this is Eve.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite.
Mm-hmm.
My brain's just full of it. How many of these in colour?
Okay, Eve likes Rapunzel.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Okay, and this is Hannah. One of them said that the fancy mirror was super nice, like what a princess would have. Yeah, that's true.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Oh, so there was blonde hair found on crime scene. Let's add that to the session. Okay, so did I look up fairy tales? Oh, here we go. The dolls did it.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me. And I was devoted to him.
Okay, Eve. I should look up apple and
Life is easy.
Oh wait, no, that's Eve.
We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Okay. Eve and Simon devoted, whatever that means. Do we know how he died? I can't remember if we know.
She wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story?
Yes!
It's a real life fairy tale.
It is like Rapunzel!
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth,
Magical mirrors.
I'd found it in those stories.
Okay. So what else have we got? Bar? There's like a bar that they keep going to. Nice.
Are you sure?
Eve.
What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference?
Oh, Oxford.
I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Okay. Oh, wait. Simon went to Oxford for a conference. Let's add that. I'm gonna burp. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay.
Nothing else happened that night.
What night?
We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again and there he was. And again the
Hey
next
there,
week.
Reggie, then.
He offered to buy me a meal.
I want to
I
know.
told him I had already eaten. And so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead.
Oh, the beach. The
And
beach.
said goodbye. He asked me to kiss him.
Beach.
Romantic.
Okay, they like romance, don't they? Because they're into fairy tales. This reminds me a lot of, what's it called? Is it Lovely Bones? Heavenly Creatures, that film about the two New Zealand friends who like killed one of their mother because they were in this fantasy world. I guess that's how they met. How Simon and Eve met. Jimmy Buffett's Tequila song. Da, 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 da. Oh, I really need to pee. I'll be back in a second. I will go have a toilet. Sorry, I've been drinking a little bit of alcohol, so yes, BRB screen, I'm afraid. I know how much you love it, but yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Shut up. Sorry about that. You're disappointed every time Cav comes back? I'm very sorry. Whoop! Oh, we're still in the lyrics of that song. Sorry, I came back to the perfect moment.
Hello.
I love this. Be right back. Oh, thank you so much for following Globerman23. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you're just like joining us now, we're going through the game Her Story, where we're looking at just like footage from a police interview, and we're trying to figure out the mystery. I'm not really sure what we do once we found out the mystery, because I feel like I've found out the mystery at this point. I'm pretty sure that... So there's this woman who's talking about the death of their husband, but it seems like, spoiler alert, feel free to, if you need to leave, click go away, because I'll be potentially saying spoilers if I'm correct. It seems like what comes across as one person is actually two identical twins that are alternating between coming up to give their evidence every day. A woman called Eve, who was separated from birth, who's doing like the odd numbers of the dates, and a woman called Hannah who stayed with her birth mother who's doing the even dates. And I'm pretty sure that Hannah is the one who killed Simon, their husband. But I don't know. Let's have a look at these clips, shall we? Okay, so
Okay, you got me.
one of the twins is
I'll
played by Arnold
confess.
Schwarzenegger. Whoa!
We were there.
At the death.
It was a dirty weekend.
Oh, both of them
Simon
were
was going
at
to
the death.
expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room. Had a great view of the river.
You could hear the bowls. I mean, church bells.
Like you said, it was very romantic.
Okay, so even though they were essentially together... Okay, so I'm guessing that at some point Simon found out the truth, that it was two identical twins, and chose Eve, and then Hannah was angry and killed Simon. That's what I'm thinking. So Eve went to hotel with Simon, romantic. I've also been drinking because I'm able to move into my new house now once lockdown finishes, so I've been celebrating by drinking. Yeah, I think Hannah was jealous of Eve sleeping with Simon. You can hear the balls of each church bells. I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, let's listen to this clip.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets.
So he was having an affair.
It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
So his conference was actually an excuse to go run off with Eve. I was right. Okay, conference in Oxford equals Simon staying at Hotel Hodel with Eve. Oh, you sneaky little sausages! You sneaky little sausages! Yeah, thank you. I'm very drinking and solving crimes. You know me. So yeah, once lockdown finishes off, then it'll be good. Didn't Eve mention Oxford as though she wasn't there? I think that was Hannah. Let's see if I've got those. I should probably just be like adding all the entries to my user session rather than just the pertinent ones. I should have like a full... Is there a way to... I can organize them! Oh my god, I can make a timeline! Why wasn't I doing this before? Oh, you silly little sausage. Okay. Alright. This is game changing. This is. I could have been doing this from the get-go. Purr. Oi. Oh. What? This whole time! Okay. 11:54. Oh, 11:29 goes back there. Goodness gracious! Goodness gracious me! Okay, well let's just do a little bit of organizing, shall we? I feel like that's warranted at this point. I should have just been saving all of them and putting them in order. What an ass. If I'd known this was an option from the get-go. 29:13. I'm very cross. Okay, let's given that things are starting to come to a head, I think let's just go with another keyword. So we've got this present with a mirror. I'm guessing the mirror was meant for Eve and not for Hannah or something like. Oh, there was a van, wasn't there? Oh, Cavalier. There was another. Oh, okay. Car. Whoa! Look at that. Cars. Da 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 da.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night.
That's Eve.
After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Hannah and Simon had
I was
an argument.
upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
I think it's probably Hannah. I think she's covering for Hannah. Took car after argument with Simon about some mirror. Okay.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped,
Oh.
I was all the way up in Glasgow.
Oh, so it was an argument with
So
Hannah.
tired. I just had to sleep.
Argument with Hannah. Because, like, Eve apparently went to Glasgow and got into a car accident, and that's her alibi. But Hannah doesn't have that thing. So, was Glasgow the result of argument with Hannah about what's the name of the partner? Steve? Oops, I've forgotten the name of the bloody subject.
I left the next day, Saturday.
Left
I
Glasgow.
slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up.
Wait, she's talking about
I
making
got
up
back
with
to the
Simon?
house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Sorry, that shouldn't have been funny. Okay, so Eve throws up because pregnant, as we discovered earlier on. That's not a bin, that's my hat. Okay, so Simon not returning calls. Okay. You wouldn't vomit into a policeman's helmet. Isn't that from like a Mitchell and Webb sketch?
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted.
Okay. What other things? Okay, married at 17. Wedding. Let's look up wedding. Because they got married. Steve and... It's not Steve, it's Simon. I don't know where Steve came from. Oh, I'm so confused.
The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Okay, Hannah.
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
Eve lived in the attic. I should look
It's like
up
I
attic.
suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Oh, a blonde wig.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park.
Park.
I was trying to get pregnant,
Why?
but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs.
Oh, because they had to keep it the charade that they were the same person.
I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Jesus Christ.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Huh. Okay, so just to bring you up to scratch if you're new here, Hannah and Eve, two identical twins, are both having a relationship with the same man, because that's what they've been doing since they found out that they were identical twins. They were separated at birth. And then Hannah they had some rules set up when they met people that I guess they wouldn't get pregnant or whatever. But then, see you later, Aurea! Hope you have a good time. Thank you very much for the congratulations. But yeah, so Hannah got pregnant with Simon. I keep calling him Steve. Hannah got pregnant with Simon, and that was hard because they were both sort of dating the same person, but only one of them was pregnant, so only one of them was going to show as pregnant. So that's why in this clip she's saying that she was trying to get pregnant so that they could keep up that charade, and so she was being punished for Hannah breaking the rules. Intriguing. Okay, so Hannah got pregnant, so Eve tried to get pregnant to keep up appearances. That's interesting. Okay, and they got married at 17, which is really gross. Oh, here we go. This is Hannah.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Okay, so they've been together since... Okay. Simon and Hannah together. So this outfit is Hannah. Okay, and they got married when they were 17. And this is Eve. What does she have to say?
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaciers.
Okay, that's interesting because in one thing it says that they met when they were singing, when Eve was out singing, but now it says that they were meeting at work. Sorry, I'm getting sleepy. Married at 17, pregnant, pays with cash, plumber. Why did I look up plumber? Let's look up plumber. I've been writing down keywords. Okay, so that's not relevant. What have we got? Bar, maybe? We look up bar? Each of them would have met him their own way. No, I think what happened was that Eve met him, and then... Sorry, hold on a second. Okay, so bar. Bar has too many entries. Drown? No. Miscarriage? Because, Hannah had a miscarriage? Oh, here we go. Lovely stuff.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
Wait, what?
And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed.
What's that got to do with the miscarriage?
Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage.
Oh, I see.
The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Neighbors. Neighbors died after miscarriage. Did she give names there?
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't the neighbour
It was
who
so
died.
soon
it
after
was
my
the
miscarriage.
neighbour of the people who died.
The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Oh, I think maybe that's her parents who died? Oh yeah, parents died. Parents dead in bed after miscarriage. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Fertile? Okay, and this is where you're meant to see the conflicting thing where the person says they're pregnant and be like, what's up there? Okay, so what's her name? Hannah is infertile, Eve is not. And this is Eve here.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
How does a miscarriage leave you infertile?
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents.
Oh, I need to look up
They
attic.
were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
what? Ah! Attic. Yeah, on all the odd days, people are talking about the attic, but what does she say? Blonde hair found in crime scene. Okay, let's have a look at this.
could the hairs have come from somewhere else?
I'm guessing
Could they... We have a lot of dolls in the
because
attic.
Eve
There's a
wore
Rapunzel
wigs.
doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Okay, did Eve murder Simon? Because I'm guessing when she wore the wig, it was like a blonde wig. Do you reckon that Helen, the barmaid, was actually... No, there's such a thing as coincidence. If you're watching this interview, your energy has aligned with her stories. A long time ago, I heard that people look down when they lie. One or both of them seem to do that pretty often in these clips when they speak. Yeah, that's true. Let's listen to this. This is
Yes.
Eve.
I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had,
They do
we still
have
have
dolls.
in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Okay, dollhouse.
She recognised me from the window.
Okay, so Hannah
She told me
recognized.
to come inside and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there.
So we gotta look up dollhouse.
No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Okay. So that is when Eve was hidden into the attic. Eve hidden in attic. In all my police interviews, I will cross my eyes to seem like I'm telling the truth. Oh, that brings back fond memories of L.A. Noire.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from.
Dollhouse is definitely going to be a
I don't know if it
keyword.
was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I love
It's
dollhouses.
a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale. Little furniture.
Oh,
The lights work.
oh my god!
Mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing it, and invented all these
Jealous.
characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories.
Oh.
Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Aww. Moth murderers. Let's see if moths are like, okay, no. Eleanor's face tech was ridiculously expensive. Yeah. I know! It would be funny to use that face tech in a poker game or a boxing game. Yes. What was it that I was just going to look up? Drinking pays with cash, Lloyd Grossman, Erst Brothers. Dollhouse. Here we go.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly.
Legal
Hannah moved back in with Simon.
back
Eric
in.
gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated,
They moved house.
modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Okay. Moving house. Move. Oh,
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
wait, I thought she got pregnant. I thought she got pregnant. Wait. Pregnant. Intriguing.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had.
They're gonna make a polycule?
She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
Okay, so I'm guessing Hannah. No, wait. Knows Simon loves Eve? Seems relevant. Birthday tea, so these are fake Brits. Look at all these notes that I've got. Being very diligent. So Hannah tried to drown Eve at some point. And I'm guessing Eve wore a wig at some point which was blonde. No? Okay, the attic's the main thing. Dollhouse. Why don't I look up doll? No? What am I meant to do? Am I meant to do like a... What? No! DB checker. Refresh? Oh, okay, so these are the stories that I'm gathering together. What does that mean? That's cool. Why don't I just keep that open? So this is her story. Oxford. Why don't we look up Oxford? Because that was where this affair happened, right?
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing. In Oxford?
Double glazing? Hotel. Uh-huh.
And the hotel said he was there?
Okay, so they stayed at a hotel, and then they had an affair. Wah! There we go.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Haha! Simon having an affair with Eve. I think Simon was murdered by a rival glazier, personally.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs?
Sex. Yes.
You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing? What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me.
Oh, Simon did have an affair.
I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Wait, I thought that the affair was with Simon. I mean, was with this lady. Moth murder. Eve hidden in attic. Hannah got pregnant. Let's double.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him.
Oh,
He said it was boring and he
so
spent most of the time at the bar.
So he wasn't cheating with Eve necessarily. Wait, let me double check this.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
With Hermst? Was he secretly with Hannah or with Eve? I'm so confused. Like,
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel.
oh, yeah, it was her and Eve then.
Didn't leave the room. Had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Sorry about that. Berkey keeps weeing everywhere. Yeah, so like she went to the hotel. Wait, let's have a look at this in time. So that's like 1431-35. Because we're getting the time a little mixed up.
It It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets.
Okay, why didn't you tell us earlier about
It
the fact
doesn't
that you
have
went to...
anything to do with what happened to
hotel?
Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
I feel like it was with Eve. But she was like pleading ignorant before. I feel like I should have been like adding all these things to the thing as I go, but I should probably be putting these in order. $46.24. Which one's this one? Okay, that's like probably the first one, I think. 30th. The 3rd. These all need to go at the back. Ah, I'm too lazy. Yeah, I think Eve was lying when she said she called him. Sneaky little sausage. 31, 45, 53. What's that? 48. Simon having an affair with Eve. Let's double check.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay. What else can we look up? Oh! Did I just get an email? What? How's it going down there? You done? Yep, who's SB? Good, so you think you understand why your mother did what she did? Why is the music so scary? Yes? Okay. Come back. Oh. Achievement unlocked. The reflection. Wait, what? I don't even recognize a lot of those clothes. What? No! Oh, this is just, you can finish the game now if you want to. Okay, let's continue this, shall we? I think we discovered it. Like, it was Hannah, right? Because she was jealous. But we don't know everything is the problem. Oh. Keys.
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
You got the gist of what happens, so the game signals that you can stop and not miss too much here. Oh, I see.
No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked. Okay.
Some of those clips are really obtuse to
I
find.
parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
It was in the attic.
I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor.
Doug and
And
Eleanor.
then I decided to come and see you. Don't know.
Know who Doug and Eleanor are. Okay, sequence of events. I mean, like, I feel like what happened here is that Hannah killed him, and then the two of them got rid of the body together. Or something. Oh. But I'm getting confused again. Who's this Doug person? Like, all these new characters I don't know.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried.
They must be the parents of...
I feel sorry for
someone.
them.
That's Eve.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids.
Oh yeah, must be
So you
Simon's
see,
parents.
it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been
Doug and
pressure.
Eleanor must be the name of the parents, yeah. Okay. Doug and Eleanor equals Simon's parents involved in Simon's life.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside.
Oh,
And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage.
secret. Let's
And
look
she
at
still has a secret like that.
I mean, you had a secret. You were like double. What's it called? Double. When two people, not double time, not two timing. I feel like the word is really gross, so I'm not going to think too much on that. Just snitching on Eleanor.
1984 was an awful year. in the
Tag
end.
teaming?
We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
I used to paint houses when I was in high school. I worked on one house where I found cigarettes stashed all over the place. That's so gross. Oh. Whoops. Is that how you spell cigarette? Yeah. Did I look up watch before? Mirror. What was it? Oh, what did I write there? It starts with an R. Romance, I think. Oh, secret. They seem to talk about secrets a lot. Okay, we got all those. House? Yay! New ones.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you
This
phone
is
the house to
Hannah.
let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Okay, that was Hannah saying, come to my house.
He has a wallet, a huge,
Wallet.
silly
You've mentioned
thing.
wallet a few times.
Leather. Real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. He sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him.
Wallet, eh?
He always takes it out of his back pocket.
Before he has sex.
If he's in the house.
Okay. Simon has wallet. How big is it if it can destroy his back? I know, right?
I wasn't in the house.
Yes, you were. Okay, wallet. It's more like a phone. Okay, Look at all this stuff. Look at it all coming together. That's cool. Okay, what else have I got here? Crash? It was like a car accident. What else? Beach. Damn. Egg. Oh my god, there's one for egg. Okay.
From when I woke up. Okay.
Egg.
I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of
Birthday.
Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later.
Presents come up a few times.
I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious.
What about the baby?
I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
But Eve wasn't pregnant. Egg cracks the case.
It was my
New
birthday,
costume.
like you said.
Birthday.
We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Mirror. Okay, so I think Hannah liked it and Eve didn't. Eve didn't like present. I guess there was no. I guess it was an Eve Simon argument.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up.
Oh, okay. Eve likes coffee.
I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Eve likes coffee. Takeaway, you reckon? This is Eve as
Her
well.
story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me.
Oh,
They talked.
the blonde wig.
She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me.
Oh,
Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
well, I guess we just solved the mystery. Okay, so Hannah murdered Simon with mirror charge. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's relevant. Oh, coffee I should look up as well. Wow.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. Well, a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Blitz the house, eh? Egg power. She might be able to plead down to manslaughter if that were true. Huh. Well, let's look up coffee.
Black coffee, thanks.
Okay.
No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
So Hannah likes black coffee. Hannah likes black coffee, no sugar. And I feel like this is going to be contradicted when Eve talks.
Yes. I got to Glasgow. I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past.
I'm guessing she drove
Got some
away
petrol,
because of the
bought a coffee and
murder.
pastry. Tried calling someone from the payphone, and then
No, you didn't. He was dead. You silly sausage.
no. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Oh.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Wait, what? Wait, so who was that then? So I'm sweet as it is. Wait, what? It's wearing the same thing, but same. I thought both of those were Hannah. With milk and sugar? I thought that was Hannah and that was Hannah. Now I'm confused. Anyway, sugar? Ah.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just one sugar.
Oh. Cup of tea, 1 sugar. This is all very intriguing.
Just the 1 sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
One sugar. Oh.
Black no sugar. Thanks.
Okay. Black, no sugar. Okay. So this is... Wait. I thought that Eve was wearing a different thing on the first. Where is she? On the first? Yeah, that's what she's wearing on the first. I guess she takes it off as it goes by? As the day goes on or something? 2:20:07 on the 1st of July. 2:30:59. Wait, what? Okay, let's just go back a sec here. Sugar stuff is better than the murder stuff. I know, right? The plot thickens. Let me put this in a timeline. First of the 7th. Ah. So I guess she takes off her shirt at that point. scandalous. Whoops, what am I doing? No, stop it. Be very meticulous here. No! What? No! There we go. The best part of a puzzle is when you find one thing that is clearly wrong and you start pulling on that thread. Yeah, let's look up tea now.
Could I have a cup of tea?
Tea!
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Okay, so Hannah likes tea. Just gonna add all. Oh,
Okay.
this is Eve.
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle.
Wait,
it was
we read
cold.
this.
I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Yeah, we listened to that one already. It's even unlocked Detective Sergeant. Is it because I listened to the I listened to the same clip twice? Or is that kind of the same story but told by a different person? I feel like it's the same story. She said Doug and Eleanor before. Oh, so they colluded. Collusion! Okay, so let's look up kettle. Aha! Okay.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Whoop. Yeah, it's probably wee time. Okay, so he said Doug, she said Doug and Eleanor. Okay. Sequence of events. That's very clever, that. And I think I added that as well. So I've got kettle. What else? What else? Let's reset this. Look at all the stuff we've discovered. Let's see if Archie is in there. No. Oh. Why did I put Bert there?
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Hoist again by your own poo. What else can we look at? Baby, miscarriage, Paddington. Yeah. So we know that Thingy always pays with cash. So what about credit card? No. Marmalade? No. Okay, so what's the story that we got so far? Eve and Hannah were separated at birth. Hannah displayed violent tendencies. Eve ended up finding Hannah after her guardian died. I don't know why they were separated at birth. Was she just kidnapped or something? They lived together and they took turns in living the same life. And then Hannah fell in love with one of the people they were dating, and she broke the rules that they had to live their double life and got pregnant, and so they got married. And then things started going downhill from there. And then Simon fell in love with Eve and found out about them and about how they were two different people, and decided that he was in love with Eve. And then Hannah got grumpy and did a little murder, and then they both hid the body. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, Hannah killed him with a shard of glass. Oh, hairbrush. Hair? Oh, here's a new one.
What kind of hairs?
Blonde hairs, okay. So, I guess it was done in such a way to make you think that Eve was the killer because Eve wore a blonde wig. And Hannah had dressed up like Eve and murdered him as Eve. Yeah, why did she even... Because she plays a song and all that. And it's amazing. She plays a very, very interesting folk song about some lady who got killed. What sort of musical police interview is this? Oh, scandalous.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Oh, private seems to be a running theme. This is Hannah.
Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Been married for 10 years.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
It's good police work. If you give a killer an instrument, they will almost always start singing an incriminating song. Who is the one with the guitar? That is Eve. Marriage. Oops. Mareg. Oh, new one.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Which is why he went and slept with the
After
second
the
person
kiss.
he was married to.
The next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Oh, wait a second. Let's. Okay.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Oh, so they started an affair before he knew that they were masquerading as the same person. So he fell in love with the blonde singer who was pretending to be someone else. And then it turned out that they were twins or whatever. Intriguing. Well, there you go. Reggie's just sitting there looking at me. I think she's weed everywhere, probably. What if I look up blonde?
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap? Oh my god, there's several videos about the cat flap. Not to be rude, but I feel there's no way you could not notice the two of them having the same nose. Really?
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad.
This is...
Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
So... The thing is, I'm not a really good person to like comment on appearances because I feel like I have some form of facial blindness or something like that. I just don't notice anything about someone unless it's pointed out to me. But even looking at this person's nose, I'm not noticing
My parents had a cat
anything.
before they died called Domino. It was this little black
Domino?
thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Hello, Pudding. You're going to do wheeze everywhere. What's a cheeky little baby?
Why does Bargy hate it when I stream so much?
I'm so blue, little baby.
You know what I'll do? Hold on a second. Let me... Oh wait, I don't have my phone with me. Otherwise I was gonna put some little impromptu little bun cam.
So we can see little baby.
Oh, she's so lovely.
Oh, I love her so much.
My lovely squishy bottom baby bug. Okay, what was the thing that I was going to look up? Oops. Cat flap. Oh, it was called Domino. Yay, a new one.
Hello, Bitsy.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden.
So that's
We used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and
notes.
she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. We had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Oh, wait. I thought that was meant to be Eve. Wait, now I'm confused again. Did they like swap places halfway through? Because she's talking about her mum. Yeah, they must have been young when they started. But I thought that it was like Eve who sort of came in as an outsider. Oh, her mother would call her Eve. Right, right. But Florence wanted to call her daughter Eve. So that's why they called her Eve, right? Jealous of Hannah's life. Wanted a big family. Okay, she's sitting on my karaoke notes. My song lyrics. I hope you don't read my paper. Uh-oh. She's grooming herself, which often means she's about to do a wee/poo. Maybe one is pretending to be the other to pin the blame on them. Yeah, I was sort of following it right up until this moment where she's talking, who I think is Eve is talking about... Well, I guess it depends when this happens, so... Okay,
We love a dark act. Domino.
11:56.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house. To our parents' house.
Okay, yeah. So that's when he's cheating on Hannah with Eve without realizing it. The naughty man.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Okay, change places, I think is the moral of that story. Okay. Alright. What else? What are the so we've got, those are all the things that we've gotten. All the stuff in this story. Let's look up Nose to see if they've got any stories about that. Mum. Oh.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Wait. She said she was quite shy, but I thought that Hannah was the shy one. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. She makes me so nervous.
Makes me so nervous, little Betty. When you sit over there, it thinks you're going to win.
This is backwards Hannah. Or Hannah. Okay, let me have a look at my notes here. So I could have sworn that Hannah was shy around boys. And Eve is a performer. Yeah. Okay, so is the 25th is wait, oh yeah, of course! Of course the 25th is Hannah, because there's no tattoo. Silly. Let's watch this again.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything.
She touches her face a lot and plays with her hair, and the other one doesn't. Ah. Touches face a lot. Very good, thank you. Okay.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
Understandable. Okay, what about Dad? Good old Dad. There we go. Wait, she's got a black eye? Huh.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think
Yeah, Eve
kitchen, you can probably
grew up with Florence, but then Florence died.
We never go into the cellar.
Cellar.
Just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there.
Cellar mushrooms.
The bags were taped up.
Bags.
I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Cellar mushrooms. Bags.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe.
Oh, that's what killed the parents.
Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that.
Death cap.
But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Eve killed the parents? Did Eve kill parents? Mushroom. Why would you grow death cap mushrooms? Killing Eve.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Wait, why is she mentioning the attic? Because she's Eve, I thought. Death cap. STD. Okay, just the two. Bag. Aha, new one. I'll look up police next.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
Okay. Police. Nope, another new one there. I mean, like, we solved the mystery, and I should probably get to bed, but I'm...
Space!
Ah! Space, indeed. But I really want to discover all this stuff. It's really, like, I really like this. This is very cool. I don't know whether it's the kind of thing I should do on stream, or maybe I should just do it off stream. I don't know. Would you like, even though we've kind of solved the mystery here, if I did another stream of this where we tried to find all the other pieces, would you watch that? Or should I do that off stream? Can we like run a poll or something? If there's a mod about? Let's look up Black Eye. Oh, okay, so someone actually writes on it.
if one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far.
Okay,
I
so
couldn't
Hannah
say
has
about life
violent
for days.
tendencies.
She snuck a frozen pizza up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day, went on childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Hannah equals violent. Violent? Violence? Hey? No? Nothing? Peas! Yes, nits are the little blood-sucking insects. Whoops! Sorry, I'm just looking to see the poll results. Seems so far like everyone would like to watch another Steam of this. Yeah. I really like this game. I really like all the little, you know, how you need to search for clues and stuff. This is very cool. Hair. Song. Did I look up song before? Singer. Perform. Instrument. Nope. Just in case. Oh yeah, that was that one that I did before. What else have we got? Cops! Call the coppers! Okay, so 100% who voted said yes, you'd like to see another stream of this, which is cool. I think it'd be really fun, even though we've sort of more or less solved the mystery. I like the idea of trying to find all the different clues to get more information. Yeah, I looked up police before. Oh, I was gonna say, let's listen to one more thing.
Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too.
That's way over my head. Tree? Dog! No. Cake. We'll try to get one more, and then we'll call it a night, I think. What else have we got here? cellar. Someone was talking about mushrooms in the cellar. Aha, here we go.
Well,
This is
fine,
Hannah.
considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know.
Ah, you don't care. You
I haven't looked in the
killed your
cellar yet.
husband.
They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said.
That's where they found the body, I
But they had to
guess.
throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
Okay. Hannah talking about cremation, state of cellar. I'll add that there so we can like look up cremation and funeral and all that next time. Wow, look at that! Ah, so cool! Fun game, very fun game. Oberdin but with twins. Let's quit this session. Lovely stuff. Alrighty. Let's... Do we have buttons here? No, they've gone away. Have they done wheeze anywhere? They've probably done it in the laundry. Oh, Bargie's back.
You're back. Who's my naughty baby?
I wish that I could figure out what made Bargie believe that weeing was an appropriate form of communication. Because she seems to do it to communicate. Which is very clever of her, but also
Very naughty. Yes, it's so naughty.
Do you want to have a look at some bun cam before we head out? I might go grab my phone and we'll do a little teeny tiny bun cam before I head out. If you can hold on for just a second.
Yes, if I'm going to see you, baby.
Oh my god, she's pooed everywhere. Oh, why is she such a brat? Why, like, she's so intelligent. Why does she do this? Ah, okay. Whoops.
Okay, baby. Did you make the dinner? Did you make the dinner? Okay, baby.
Alrighty. Let me get this up. Okay. And... Wait. Why isn't this loading up? Doesn't work. Work properly. Please? Okay, Buncam doesn't seem to be working right now. Maybe she needs a bell to summon you instead of weeing. Piano music is very sad. Sorry, my Buncam thing doesn't seem to be loading up. 1218080. Yeah, that's frustrating. Sorry about that. Well, no Buncam tonight. And I'll just have to... Oh, I love her so much. Her head is so soft. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Little baby, love you, baby. Okay, who's playing what? Ooh, someone is drawing a cat dog. Magical bark shower. Raid magical bark shower. Yes. Thanks everyone for joining me. I had a wonderful time. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you, everyone, all the raiders, for sticking around. That was swell. Okay, ciao ciao.